Hi, this is Debbie from Living the Hobby Farm Dream podcast, and today this is going to be episode 11. It'll be called Bringing the Cows Home to Your Small Farm. And first of all, I just want to thank everyone who has followed along with us, that you would show support and follow us on Spotify and also on YouTube. We really appreciate that. Today I'm going to be interviewing my good friend Carolyn, who's in the last few years has brought dairy cows to her small farm, and she's going to answer some questions about that might help you if you're thinking of bringing a cow to your farm. Carolyn, welcome to our podcast.
Thank you so much. Glad I could be here.
Today I just wanted to ask you a few questions about bringing their cows to your farm. Number one, what made you want to bring cows and especially dairy cows to your farm?
Well, we kind of wanted a slower paced life, and it's always been our dream to have acreage and trying something new. And with the world being the crazy place it is right now, we thought, well, let's try cows. So we thought we could always have fresh milk, butter, ice cream, and, who doesn't like a good hamburger, right?
Right.
So it sounded like a win-win for us having cows.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Number two, Carolyn, what was your experience buying your first two dairy cows, and what were your goals when you bought them?
Well, we ended up buying a mother-daughter duo. They were raised at a school for autistic kids, and so the cows were actually used to kids touching them and milking them, and so we knew that they were going to be calm cows. They've been really good cows to learn on since we didn't really know anything about cows when we got them. They love to be loved on and love the scratches and especially love the treats. Our goals, I guess, with them was just to learn how to take care of them, since neither of us knew how to raise cows or grew up with cows. It was just new to us.
The third question is, what do you wish you had known before you bought your first cows?
Well, we're still learning, first of all. I think how to select the right cow breed for the purpose you want. An example would be, how do you examine the cow? Its physical traits, like beef versus dairy. And there's also lots of different opinions on what to feed your cows, like...
So number four, what would you have done differently?
Well, I think we would have required a full genetic testing before purchasing. We were promised with our cows that they were A2A2, which is the best milk there is out there. And it turns out that one of them isn't A2A2, and we paid top dollar for them. So, like I say, we're still learning. And
Okay, number five, what specific things have you learned about taking care of cows that you didn't know before?
First of all, I think they're super funny. They're super curious, and they have a time clock on them. They know exactly what time they should be fed, and they will let you know by mooing really, really loud if they're hungry. And it's time for dinner. But for the most part, they're just vacuums and eat almost everything.
That's totally funny, Carolyn. I it's so fun to have new animals on your farm because you learn so much. Number six, recently you decided to buy a young calf. What have you learned about caring for a young calf?
Well, we actually just bought two new calves, two new calves, so that's kind of fun. The first probably would be how to halter train them. It can be a little bit of a rodeo sometimes trying to get that halter on. So that's kind of fun. We also learned how to bottle feed powdered milk and learning just how to read their body and how they're going to react. We also learned that they can be extremely jealous of each other. Like when one gets the bottle or you take one out for a walk on the halter, the other one just starts mooing and they just throw a fit because they're just jealous. We also learn a lot by actually looking at their poop. It lets you know if it's runny or just whatever. You could tell how they're doing just by looking at their poop.
Yeah, that is a good way to tell the health of an animal for sure.
Yeah.
And I got to help you one time feed one of your calves. And they drink the milk out of their bottles really, really fast, don't they?
So fast, I know. They drink like a half a gallon in about 45 seconds flat.
That was crazy to me. But also, can you just tell us how old the calves were that you got? How old when you were able to get them from somebody? How old were they?
Let me think. We got them both when they were about 4 months old.
Okay, so that's when they're weaned from their mother, is about 4 months old?
I think so, yeah. At least that's when we got them.
Okay.
Again,
right.
We're still learning.
And do you feel like that was a good age to get them, though?
I do.
Yeah.
I do,
okay.
yeah. The second calf we got is not a dairy cow. It's actually a meat cow. It's half Jersey and half Angus. So we're going to raise the one cow named Pumpkin, we're going to raise her to be our dairy cow, and then Pickles, our Angus cow, will be our meat cow.
Okay, that sounds great. That's cool that you're doing both at the same time, a meat and a dairy cow, because you're going to learn a lot, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So can you talk maybe just a little bit about what your goals are for this new young calf, and then maybe just a little bit about your experience that you had with your first 2 dairy cows that you got?
Yeah, well, let me start off with the first 2 cows that we got. We got Peaches and Penelope, and like I said, they were promised that they were A2, and they weren't, and then we tried to breed them, and we just have not had any luck. We've tried AIing them twice and also had live coverage for 8 months with the bull. We just cannot seem to get them pregnant, and so that's been really frustrating. And probably the goals for our new calf is, well, just to raise it and breed it and to sell really nice calves. For the beef cows, we just want to raise them for the beef.
Do you think if all goes well with your beef cow, do you think you would get more beef cows?
I'm not sure. Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe have 2 or 3.
See how it goes.
Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome. Yeah.
I know I don't want to have more than one Jersey cow for the milk because it's just too much milk. There's no way we can handle that. I know our friends have milk cows and they get like 6 gallons a day, and it's just too much for.
Yeah. Do they sell the milk? Or?
They do sell some milk. They sell chickens. They have chicken eggs. But yeah.
Well, is that one of your goals, to sell any of the milk, or do you just want to use it for your own family or friends? Or?
No, we thought we could sell it as well. Yeah.
So that's a good goal to have for.
Yeah.
And how about your meat cows? If you end up doing more, would you think you would sell that also?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Can you tell us maybe some of your favorite things about cows? How many years have you had cows now again?
We've had them for a little over 2 years now.
Oh, okay. And so what are some of your favorite things that you like about cows?
Well, probably we just feel really connected to the land having cows. I love their cuddles. They love to cuddle. We had our daughter over yesterday, our daughter Haley, and she just sat down, and our calf Pumpkin just came up and cuddled up in her lap, and she just was out there for about a half hour just petting her and loving on her. I just thought that was so cute. I love how they have different personalities, and they're just so cute. I love how they recognize us and they just run up to you. And every morning when I go bottle feed the calves, I do a little kisses, and they know it, and they start hopping around and jumping up. They're just so excited to see me, and it's just the cutest thing ever. I also love having our grandkids over and having them come and see how happy they are and feeding them and brushing them. And I also like looking outside in our backyard. It just looks like our backyard is alive. They're my favorite animal for sure. I never thought that I would have a cow as a favorite animal, but I just have loved having them. They're just the best.
So do you feel like it kind of makes your farm complete, or like it, just like you said, it makes your farm alive having animals like that?
Oh yeah.
And so is it totally different how you thought cows would be? I mean, just like you said, their personalities, everything is different than totally how you thought it would be before?
Yeah, I didn't really have a thought of it should be. But they're just so cute. They're so curious. And anytime you're outside working in the yard, they're just right there at the fence, just looking, staring at you and wanting to know what's going on.
Yes.
It's the cutest thing ever.
Now, has it been hard for you at all to be in the routine of feeding them twice a day? Or are you worried at all about when it's time to milk them or anything that you'll be able to have time to do all that? Or you or your husband, will you both do the milking, or do you not know yet?
No, I'm not really concerned about it. Right now, we both share it. I'm the one that usually feeds the baby and the babies, and then my husband he has poop duty.
Oh, yes.
He's in charge of that, and he does the bigger cows and is out there and working with them. So we just share it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I haven't told him this yet, but I think he's going to be in charge of milking.
Yes, that's a good idea.
We'll see
a good idea.
what he thinks. But yeah.
Well, I think that's good that you can help each other, because I think that makes it much easier to do a small farm if you're both on the same page and you're both helping each other. Because I know on our little farm, I would have a really hard time doing everything all by myself.
Oh, yeah.
So thank goodness
hard.
for good guys that help us with our little farm. So.
Yeah, love them.
But, well, that sounds really fun. And even with the milking and stuff, I think it'll be an exciting time for you guys when you finally get to be able to milk your cows and have the milk. And
we'll bring some over for you to try.
Yeah, and do what you'd like to do with it,
Yeah.
whether it's yogurt or ice cream or,
Butter.
just drinking the milk,
Butter.
sour cream. I mean, there's cottage cheese. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can do with the cow. So
Yeah,
and I like the idea that you're in the neighborhood and we can just go get stuff from you.
absolutely.
Because I totally believe in that, is that you don't have to have every animal on your farm or grow every kind of fruit or vegetable on your farm if you have good friends or neighbors that you can kind of share,
Yeah.
things with. That's what I like about this community, is being able to share
Me too.
all kinds of things.
I can't wait to have a neighborhood barbecue.
Yeah, that'd be really cool too.
Yeah, that would be great.
Because we love this kind of lifestyle, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Okay, and the last question, Carolyn, I was going to ask you is, would you add cows to your farm again if you knew all that you would go through once you bought them, even your original two that you maybe had a little bit of disappointment in, or do you feel like it was a learning experience and it will help you in the future?
Oh, yes, I'd definitely do it again. It's just been such a wonderful experience having these cows on our little farm. I just love, like I say, connecting with them and just the cuddles. And it's just so fun going out and just spending life with them, spending time with them.
Right.
I just love that.
Yeah. Well, the thing I like about animals, you probably feel this way too, is that they really live in the moment. When you're out there with them, you know what I mean? You just feel this connection to them because they're not in a rush. They don't care about tomorrow. As long as they get their food and their pets on the head. And I know your little cow was giving your daughter kisses the other day with her long tongue.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking that there's just, I mean, you can't think about your problems when with your animals. You're just thinking about living in the moment. And that's what I absolutely love about
I do
all
too.
animals.
And I also like I said, they each have different personalities. Like I give them some food from our garden, and one of them just absolutely loves eating like the carrots and the cabbage leaves. But Penelope is my picky one, and she just snubs her nose at those and will smell it and was like, brings her head back, is like, I am not. She's just above that. She won't eat those.
Oh, yes. So they all do have their own personalities.
Yeah,
so,
it's
for
just
sure.
the cutest thing.
Yes. Well, that's what is fun about animals, because you think, well, I've had one cow, they're all going to be the same. It's kind of like kids, but they're not, are they?
Yeah, they're
all
totally
totally
not.
different.
Yeah,
even though they're in the same
exactly.
house or whatever, they have their own personalities. So,
it's true.
Yeah.
So cute.
Well, it's been so fun having you, Carolyn, and learning a little bit more about your experience with having dairy cows, and now you're going to start beef cows, and so that's exciting. I'd like to learn everything that you know about cows, because maybe someday we'll get a beef cow. We've thought about possibly raising some beef cows, so maybe whatever you learn, you can teach us, and maybe we'll be able to get some at some point, too.
We would love to do that.
Yeah.
It would be awesome.
Yeah, and I
Go
think,
on walks together with our cows.
Oh, yes. And I think that's a good thing, like we were saying about this community, is we can teach each other and help each other, which I think is wonderful. So thank you again so much for being on the podcast, and it's been really fun getting to know how you feel about your cows, and hopefully this can help other people that are considering it. And I think that you guys have had an overall positive experience, and you would do it again. So
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. And if we appreciate if anybody would follow along on Spotify or on YouTube, it really helps a lot. And we appreciate you listening in. And our next podcast will be episode 12, and we'll be talking about some of the hard things of having a hobby farm, some of the things that we've learned, and some things that have been tough to do with gardening and to do with raising animals, predators, things that we've had around our property. So that'll be our next one, episode number 12. We hope that you'll tune in to watch that or to listen to that. Thank you.